It was a rainy Sunday afternoon, the kind that makes everything feel a little slower, like time itself has decided to curl up with a blanket and take a nap. The gutters whispered with steady streams, and the sky wore the color of a faded t-shirt, soft, quiet, and unsure of its mood. That was the kind of day when Marie decided to clean out the attic. She didn't plan on it. It just sort of happened. One trip up the creaky stairs to grab a suitcase, and suddenly she found herself kneeling before a cardboard shoebox, its edges worn like the elbows of a well-loved sweater. Inside, memories. Paper memories. Hello and welcome to Everyday Epiphany, where simple stories spark soulful insights. Sit back, enjoy the journey, and may it brighten your day. Marie wasn't sentimental by nature. At least, that's what she told herself. She liked things neat, practical, no clutter. But this box was something else. It had belonged to her mother, tucked away in the attic for years, probably since the funeral. She pulled the lid off carefully, as though opening something sacred, and maybe she was. On top was a faded Polaroid, two girls sitting on a porch swing. Marie recognized herself immediately. 8 years old, gap-toothed, wearing her favorite purple sneakers. Beside her, grinning with wild curls and grass stains on her jeans, was Anna. Anna. She hadn't thought about Anna in years. Not really. There were birthdays and holiday cards in their 20s, a shared laugh at a reunion, a few texts over the years, but life had pulled them apart like two boats slowly drifting in opposite directions. Marie ran her thumb across the edge of the photo. It was like stepping into a moment frozen in time, one she didn't even realize she missed. That swing, that summer, the way they used to chase fireflies, until their mothers called them in for lemonade. Under the photo, more memories waited. Her mother holding a newborn Marie at the hospital, eyes tired but glowing. A candid shot of her father grilling in the backyard, smoke curling around his smile. Marie on prom night, awkward in her heels, arms locked with her best friend James, who had come out as gay the very next year and moved to New York. There was something strange about holding your past in your hands. It wasn't nostalgia exactly. It was something gentler, more complex. Like looking at an old painting you've walked by 100 times, and suddenly noticing the brushstrokes. Hours passed. The rain continued. She found letters too, notes from her father to her mother, scribbled on yellowing napkins and tucked between photographs. One just said, "You looked beautiful this morning. Don't forget that." Another, "I'll be home late, but I'm always coming back to you." Marie wiped her eyes. She didn't remember him being that romantic. Maybe she hadn't been old enough to notice, or maybe she'd just forgotten. That thought lingered. What else had she forgotten? She held one last photo, a group picture from a 4th of July barbecue. Everyone was there, her parents, her little cousins, Anna, even the dog. They looked whole. It reminded her of something she read years ago in The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, by Charlie Mackesy. There's a part where the boy asks, "What's the bravest thing you've ever said?" And the horse replies, "Help." It struck her then, memories are a kind of help. Not just nostalgia, not indulgence. They help us remember who we are, where we came from, and sometimes, who we need to forgive, including ourselves. Marie realized she had been holding on to a lot. Not just the photos, but the guilt of not calling more often, of letting some relationships slip away like sand through fingers. She didn't put the box back in the attic. Instead, she brought it downstairs and made herself a cup of tea. She picked up her phone and, for the first time in a while, called Anna. The conversation was clumsy at first, filled with pauses and little laughs. But by the end, they were planning a visit. Later that evening, she sat by the window, watching the rain soften into mist. She felt something settle inside her. Not closure exactly, more like a door swinging open in her heart. Sometimes, the past isn't a weight. Sometimes, it's a hand on your shoulder, reminding you that you were loved, that you laughed, that you mattered. And sometimes, that reminder is tucked in a shoebox at the top of the attic, waiting for a rainy day. Thank you for being here with us at Everyday Epiphany. If today's story touched your heart or sparked a thought, subscribe and stay with us. Your next epiphany might just be one story away.